use the mini-map to find bodies that you haven't looted yet. Look for the blue box on the mini-map. Another tip is to keep a couple of points available for spending for whenever you encounter a situation that you might want to spend them on. So don't spend them as soon as you get them. Let them sit in the bucket so that when you come across a situation where you decide, oh, I kind of want to see that. So if unjammed door, if I have engineering 3, I already have 2, so I can put 1 in there, and I have it available. So that's another sort of tip. And you can always save beforehand in case it turns out you didn't want it. Another little trick. Okay, another tip is recommend putting some points into speech. There are multiple conversation options for it that are completely optional and is not required, but there are at least 2 quests. Well, one's a full-on quest and one is a way to gain entrance into the Vox Relay. It won't keep you from getting into the Vox Relay, but it will keep you from one of the easier options of getting in, where speech 3 is either required or it's one of the required options to complete it, whereas like here it's either or. Speech 3 is usually one of the options. So it's worth investing at least 2 points to speech and then having 1 or 2 unspent skill points in the bucket at all times so you can pop 1 in for whatever it is that you need. And if you encounter the speech 3 options, you'll have a skill point sitting there waiting for you. So this one sort of goes along with my earlier tip of my other tip of leaving a few unspent skill points in the bucket for as needed as you come across things. So there's another one.
Take the pressure off with anti-fizzos.
Another tip is when you first arrive in Fairfield is definitely talk to Huel Chowdhury. He'll give you a quest called Perilous Journey to the Grove, which will get you jumping boots, thrustable boots that you can get a double jump on. These boots will allow you to do a double jump, travel a lot faster, and it'll allow you to help climb areas that you probably couldn't get to without them. So you're definitely going to want to get these pretty early on. So definitely get these boots. And then there's just a lot of rocks and stuff that your character will often get caught on. And so it's a lot faster to run and jump, run and jump. There's another tip. Okay, another tip is to loot all of the food you can. Loot it every time you see it. When you need healing, you can either use food or the inhaler. And if you look under the health bar in the center of the screen, the bottom center of the screen, you'll see that by default, it will have the knife and fork as the primary healing option if you have food in inventory. If you don't have food in inventory, it will use the inhaler for your healing. And if you use the inhaler too often, you can get what is called like a drug crash. So when you hit down D-pad, you can use food to heal, and it'll take it automatically out of your food source. So always loot food whenever you see it so that you can use that to heal over the inhaler. Okay, another tip is to save. Sometimes you will encounter mutually exclusive quests where you can, if you choose to go left, you can no longer go right. If you choose to go right, you can no longer go left. If you save before those, when you encounter them, you can usually back out of a conversation and go ahead and save. That'll allow you to test out both sides and see which one you like better, that kind of thing. Also, you should rotate your saves anyway, just in case. So another little tip. Another tip is not to forget that Niles has the ability to get you to the workbench. To get you to the workbench out in the field. So if you're running low on ammunition, you don't have to go find a workbench if Niles is in your party. You can come in here, you can break down all of your junk, and go straight into crafting and get whatever it is that you need here. Right there. So never forget that.